Brina, and I just wanted to take a second to tell you all about my passion project. So it may have been my link and my website that brought you to the page. It may have been my Instagram that brought you to my page, but nevertheless, you're here. So I want to dive into it. So Trinity Brina, that's my name, that's me. And the brain logo, I chose that logo because I really am just trying to share a different part of me. So I took a step back from Instagram, social media for a while. I did a little detox, I guess. And I'll be talking more about that in a different video as far as my experience and my insights with that. But with my passion project, it's not a business. It's just that, a passion project. So it's something that I'm passionate about, and it's going to be an ongoing project. So some of it will be just YouTube videos where I am sharing and reading books. So these books back here, reading parts of the books, but using it as a conversation piece, a conversation starter, and just diving into some of the topics that I'm passionate about, some of the lines that have resonated with me, analyzing them, using it as a way to make connection. I really like mental stimulation, so my logo has the brain because I just want to share a different part of me, and I value my brain. I think my brain is sexy. I think reading is sexy. I think being read too is sexy. So that may be the nerd in me, but if you're here, either you're just curious or you resonate with it too. So that is what I'll be doing on this channel. Reading, analyzing those books, starting conversations about them, but I'll also be sharing some of my own poems. So some of you know, some of you may not know, but I also write poetry, and I've shared some of those poems already on my Instagram, but I haven't shared a lot, so I'll be putting them on the channel as well. So that's another way that we'll be connecting. And sometimes I may just post, I don't know, something random, whatever comes to mind, but it really is me just sharing a different part of me. I'm all about intellectual stimulation. So I'm like, well, I like that. I like when people start those types of conversations with me. So why not be the conversation starter? Like, I want to see where it leads me, who I connect with, what opportunities it produces, what connections, what conversations come up. So yes, that is what it is about. And I also think and know that it is very beneficial to be read to. And I'm going to share some of the benefits of being read to. So if you're like, oh my gosh, like Trinity, we're grown, we're adults, like why would we want to come on here and be read to? Why would we want you to read to us? Well, here's why. Hold that thought. So one of the benefits is it boosts your well-being. So I think about story time when we were a kid, and I feel like all kids were read to at some point at school. Like I think that was a thing pre-universally. And it's just so like relaxing and therapeutic when it's like story time. Like, you know, I'm not gonna have to do anything. I can just sit down, relax, and the teacher is going to read this book to us. And it's like, you good, you connecting, you vibing with the people next to you, you laughing, you crying, whatever emotions it evokes. Like, it's that. So I feel like it will boost the well-being because you just get to relax and be passive and like receive and think and receive this mental stimulation. And that's the other piece, like intellectual engagement, mental stimulation. I will not be reading any fictional books. So I know a lot of story time used to be fiction stories. I'm into nonfiction. Yeah, the book topics though, they'll vary from metaphysical, esoteric, personal development, self-help. So those are the types of books that I'll be sharing information from, but it'll still be this like relaxing moment of contemplation. So as I'm reading, you can kind of contemplate on it. You can also leave comments, start a conversation, engage in a conversation about it. Connection, closeness, bonding, that's another thing that, another benefit of being read to. So you feel connected to the person reading the text, you feel connected to the other people enjoying the text. So it'll form like our own little community, you know? Actively listening leads to more intense and deeper information processing. So that's something I didn't think about initially, but after reading it, I'm like, that makes sense. And I've also taught English, so that makes sense. If I, especially if you're a verbal processor. So like if I verbally read something or explain instructions to certain students, then it leads to them having an intense and deeper processing of the information being read to them versus them just reading it on their own. Brings joy, well-being, comfort, and a sense of belonging. So once again, that comfort aspect of just hearing and in certain voices, and not to toot my own horn, because you could absolutely disagree, but I know certain people have shared with me that they like my voice, my reading voice, whether it's been when I read my poems or me just being a type of friend who, like, I will literally send my friends pictures from a book, like, oh, wait, like, I read this book and it was about this and da-da-da-da, and sometimes I'll send a voice note where I'm like reading it to them, like, oh my gosh, like, wait, look, listen to this. So yeah, there's that. Then it's entertaining when people read in character or place emphasis on the text. So me, I get into what I'm reading, especially because I'm going to only be reading excerpts. So I'm not going to ever sit and read an entire book to you. That's not that. But like just excerpts and parts that resonated with my spirit. And because it resonated with me and my spirit when I read it to you all, like my tone, my emphasis, like you're going to feel that too. It's going to be contagious. You'll feel my energy. So you get to enjoy that as well. And it brings this pleasant, childlike, safe, calming feeling. So what I was talking about earlier, for me, I know that's kind of how I feel when someone is reading something to me and they are putting like their energy behind it. And I just feel very calm and at ease. And if you've never trying to enjoy someone reading to you, maybe it's a self-care practice that you could try and see if it does resonate with you. You never know until you try it. And people feel like they've been given a gift of someone's time, attention, and voice. So I like that too. And I will be not tagging, but putting the links to some of these sources to where I got some of these benefits from. Some of them were mine, but some of them came from other sources. So definitely going to put the links if you would like to read more about the benefits. But I really like that one because I'm like, that is a gift. Like if I'm coming on here and I'm taking my time, like I could just read the books and enjoy them for my own, like I've done, but I'm like, no, I want to share this with other people. And then knowing that like I'm going to get into it, I'm going to share my thoughts, I'm going to analyze the text. That is a gift. So I like that they pointed it out because I wasn't necessarily thinking of it that way because it is something that I genuinely enjoy. Like I said, it's a passion project for me. But hearing it that way, I'm like, you're right. Like I'm giving them the gift of my time. I am sharing my thoughts. I'm analyzing the text. I'm starting this conversation, this connection. So it is a gift, 100%. And then it makes the books more memorable. So I definitely can say I've experienced that. Like if someone read a part of a book to me versus me like reading something on my own, I'd definitely remember it more. Like, oh yeah, like they said this. So I agree with that one. And then it's slower. So the processing is slower, which is what causes the relaxation and the opportunity for contemplation. So I know that. So me personally, I'm not an audiobook gal, not going to lie, but it's because I do like to process quicker when I'm reading. Reading is a habit. It's a self-care practice for me. So when I'm reading on my own, I like being able to contemplate and move at my own pace and kind of like I fast forward in my brain, like, okay, I read this part faster and I slow down in certain places versus like someone consistently reading at a consistent pace. That's just my way of processing books. So I would say that when someone reads to you, if you're doing it with the intent to contemplate or to relax, it makes sense to me that, oh, okay, well, if someone's reading it aloud, it would be slower for me to process it. I could just kind of relax and think and contemplate. And then the final one is just being reminded of the beauty of spoken word. So not going to be, well, I am going to do poems, but like just the reading aspect. Remembering that spoken word is not just about poetry. It can definitely be when someone is reading to you. So being able to hear them read these words to you and hearing the beauty of someone speaking words aloud, that experience can also be felt through someone reading to you. So that is the intro to my passion project, and those are some benefits to being read aloud too. So I hope you guys join me for the journey. If you think it's your thing, or if you want to try it out and you don't know, if it's not your thing, this is not one of those things where I'm like, oh my gosh, you support me, like tell people. Don't. Like I want people who want to be a part of the experience, feel like they're going to enjoy the experience. And yes, that's who I want on this channel. So if that's you, if you want a pretty woman with a pretty mind reading these books and diving into them, if you want to hear the poetry, then you're in the right space. Okay, so Trinity Ibrina.